Hello everyone, we meet again as always with more stories from the Peach universe. Today's topic will be about the Divine Knight whose memories were erased. And from that, it raises the question of whether legendary figures from the past might also have had their memories wiped. We may end up learning that certain people who have forgotten everything eventually became incredibly powerful Divine Knights, perhaps even having been modified in some way. In the latest chapter, we saw Seabreak get stabbed by Garling's sword. And afterwards, God Valley sank into the sea. Judging from the situation back then, it looked certain that Rock had been killed by Garling. In the previous video, we already analyzed this event. But in this one, we'll focus on a different angle. The idea that Seabreak might not actually be dead, but instead may have become one of the Divine Knights. If Rock really were turned into a Divine Knight, he would easily rank among the strongest. However, there's a problem. Someone like Rock would never willingly join the Celestial Dragon's Divine Order. But we shouldn't forget that previously, Seabreak had been transformed into a demon by Lord Im, and at that time he couldn't control his own body at all. This links directly to what we're discussing now. If we go back to the Elbaf arc, there was the case of Kungo, who is also one of the Divine Knights. Yet she appears to have memory loss and cannot recall her past. Whenever she tries to remember Blue, she experiences painful headaches. So the issue involving Bug and Kungo becoming Divine Knights suggests that Kungo might have had her memories erased. And as we know, the Divine Knights are not composed solely of celestial dragons. They also include exceptionally strong individuals recruited into their ranks. Previously, Loki was invited to join the Divine Knights as well. It's possible that these individuals were also brainwashed or had their memories erased. If Lord Im possesses the ability to control others, then it wouldn't be surprising that the Divine Knights, imbued with immortality-granting abilities, might have had their minds altered or controlled by Lord Im. This means that if Kungo was mind-controlled, then the other Divine Knights, aside from the Celestial Dragonborn ones, might also be under mind control and memory erasure. If those Divine Knights were once powerful warriors whose pasts were wiped clean, that would be extremely intriguing. And of course, this opens the possibility that legendary figures from the past may also have become Divine Knights who simply haven't appeared yet. The most interesting candidate right now is Seabreak, who fought the mighty beast and may have become a Divine Knight with an altered form. In the Elbaf arc, Loki mentioned that he had wanted to join Rock's group, but then news came that Rock had been eliminated. This devastated Loki, but according to the prophecy, Loki still has an important future ahead. So imagine, the great battle to come, where the 8 Divine Knights are enemies that Luffy's crew must surpass. If Elbaf's storyline uses Seabreak as an antagonist, that would make the conflict even more dramatic. All of this leads to the huge question. Will Seabreak end up becoming the strongest Divine Knight, mind-wiped, controlled, and turned into an enemy whom Luffy's crew must fight? At first, Kungo couldn't remember Bug, but later she regained those memories. So imagine that when Seabreak confronts Loki, a moment triggers his memory, and the two of them face each other again with their past finally resurfacing. That would be an incredible scene.